going to start feeling that and reading it, and they're dominating. This is exactly what they needed to stay in this game.
3 kills in as many seconds, but Ninjas in Pajamas are battling back. There's Chopper with a secondary AWP, chips into the head of Dennis. Lekra has plenty of time here. He doesn't need to rush. He can play this patiently. The only downside is there's 2 players on CT boxes. While his back is turned and he's making noise, he is going to get pushed. And JL gets him as he tries to fight back. 6-6.
Absolutely need that one. NIP, I think they finally run out of funds. So Vega can plant their feet, build up some cash. They have the double up setup. That's been great for them. Three in a row now for Vega since they've had that double up. Dennis probably never thinking, in this world that Chopper would come through that smoke in that scenario. But it's all tied up. Half buy from NIP as the losing bonus builds up.
Here's a stat. Vega Squadron have the worst trade kill percentage, just 14.2% of the entire event.
That doesn't surprise me at all, the way we've seen them play. The individual pushes, the plays through smokes, the aggression that they have. Those are not easy situations to trade in. Should be fine here, though. Punchy and Crush with a headshot, just holding down the trigger, coming through all the smokes. NIP can't see a thing.
The bullets out of life. Vega Squadron regain the lead for the first time since round 5. And of course we had the blitz of 4 rounds in a row to the Swedes, who do have enough money to buy again. Will be without an AWP, but plenty of AK-47s. And a bunch of smokes as well, so the set play isn't an issue.
One 3-3-7 for Crush. 13 kills, 3 assists, 7 deaths. Lekra's going to take top mid. A very noticeable lack of nades for NIP in this round, which is a nightmare when you're going against double op setup. Tony Black and JR should be able to be very effective. You know what's kind of crazy, Vince? Rez has 9 kills. He had that ace. Ooh, 4 saw the barrel but can't convert the kill. He had that ace with the UMP, and he had that 4-round kill where he knifed the player in winter room. Those are his only kills of the game.
That is a very good point. Seems like when it rains, it pours for him.
I mean, if you're going to have 9 kills, the impact those 2 rounds provided are the ones to get it on, but certainly Quiet and all the other ones is tough. Crush and ladder room. It's a 4-on-2. Dennis hasn't looked behind him. Hasn't cleared this. Could spell his death in just a moment. Here it comes.
And the bomb. Horrible spot. Molotov gonna force Rez in. Even if he picked up that kill, probably would have burnt alive anyway. And Vega have opened up a 2-round lead. That's the first time in this game they've actually been 2 rounds in the lead against NIP. It's been neck and neck up until that stage.
Yeah, it's been a 5-round win streak for Vega. NIP would love to get to 7. They do have the money for it. For a buy here, AKs. Galil on Get Right. Again, it's going to be missing some nades. By that, I mean it's missing a lot of nades. They have 2 smokes. That's it. The only thing you can really do, smoke off stairs, smoke off jungle and connector, and let's roll. And that's going to be an easy lineup. There's the AWP ringing out. There's nothing to block off Tony Black as well. Not even a flashbang to give you a half-second jump.
I'm a bit sad we didn't hear the good old rat-a-tat-tat of the auto sniper that Tony Black has. Feels bad, man.
I didn't even notice that. I'm kind of happy we didn't get to hear it. Chopper's going to end things, so in a half that had a lot of magic out of the Ninjas, they end with 3-round deficits. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we find out who moves on to the legend stage of the major and who goes home.
Connector. And since then, it's been rough sailing, but here we go. Ninjas will have a Kingston smoke as ever in the hands of Get Right, but already Vega making a move through Connector. Nipper playing for a retake. If they can get a kill beforehand, all the better for him. Archie playing with his life a little bit better, overextended. Planted. Very clumped up on the CT side, though. Ninjas dumb as Neffers comes out. He's the first to fall, proving a pistol gun is normal after all. Perez right back though, in with one. The Vega Squadron are maintaining the player advantage. A couple of green shields deployed for Chopper and see if he can rip some heads off with the Desert Eagle. That's pretty much it in terms of tactics. Down he will fall. This is retrievable. So Hudgy, the player just behind him, picks it up instead, tries his luck and will get the drop onto Rez.
Just Rez in a committed fight, was able to just duck underneath the bullets. Low HP though, so Deagle is only really useful against the one taps. Can't take any kind of extended battle. Bombs still drop far back to the entrance to these B holes. What's really left is to peek and pray.
Johnny Black at this stage hoping they've just stacked B. See if he can make the most of a mistake, but also gets the M4. It's going to be a bit interesting. Only 12 seconds in which to utilize his newly found weapon.
Spends time. He goes and try and get that plant. Now it is going to go for a kill. Doesn't matter. Dennis comes from behind. 9 to 10 now.
But as a result of their patience, here come the AK-47s. Let's see if Vega can add another round there. Isolated pistol round. Since then it's been all ninjas, one-way traffic. The one bomb plant, but that's been it really.
This has been such a tough series for MIP. Even Train, there were some obstacles at the start of their first half. Forrest got to be aggressive on these counterflashes. He's got to back away. No one's beating him, which is a kill. JR's not expecting that aggression. Forrest gets the jump on him. He's able to get 15 bullets out before JR could respond, and then Crush goes for a contact play, so does Hutchie. This map is falling apart. It looks like Vega do not have an idea on this T side so far.
It really is, and look at the two deaths again. It picked off, there's no potential for avenging threats. No one else is there.
Tell you what though, if they ever learn how to work as a team, they can be pretty dangerous. We've got some incredible individuals.
That teamwork is severely lacking. Which is in the Jarvis player advantage. Crush is exceptionally low. Only one smoke to play with. Got some big control, but it's really only half the battle to be able to decide, especially when you don't have a smoke to deal with Connector. He's going to leave an open flight, so get ready to span across, but he's going to come out ahead. Or behind, I should say, in this train, losing 81 of his health.
Again, Tony Black alone, just working the catwalk. Fleck whoever swings wide on this position. It's going to be tough to stop. The smoke is going to give him the game. Let's go towards parking window. Lecker's getting wrapped in front. He doesn't realize it. There's the giveaway, but no one is watching for that cross. The smoke was perfect. Dennis has to hide for the moment, wait for his team to come, but he can't live long enough. Vega, a big advantage to get their 11th round. And Rez is going to have to do all the work. His count right is low.
Rez's number has been called up though. Chopper had the drop on him. Burton from a mile away and Get Right has to save. So Vega, they lose the two opening picks. Zero teamwork, purely off the back of Tony Black's entries. They end up winning the round.
Again, much like Train, another situation where MIP that setup was fine in terms of keeping players alive, but they didn't have any actual information. No one from Vega was spotted until it was that, I think, Tony Black leading the way into the B bomb site coming up catwalk. He wasn't even spotted until he gets to the bomb site and he's able to pick off Fleckner. He was all the way next to market window. That's too much ground to be able to give over to your opponents. Vega just narrowly keeping this lead in their favor. Plenty of money still for MIP to buy, but they're going to be out of it after this. Neither team has called the timeout yet.
This is Nip using all of their savings. As you said, nothing left in the bank after this one. And he's going to pick up the order. He's had a bit of a rough game.
Crush, you can see, has 6,100. Everyone else really has nothing to play with. So half a battle comes in, or actually JR, that's a bit more than that.
That's a straight up investment for both JR and Hutchie. It's not as if they've got full round response either.
They're buying up into it everything they can. I think Crush dropped a little over to Tony Black. AK on Crush. No, Tony Black just popped that head up. Alright, here we go. Big investment for Vega Squadron. This would be the tying round for NIP. Hutchie causing the smallest of distractions towards the B bomb site. Waterfall with AKs.
A waterfall of shots. It's definitely something I don't have to deal with. Ninja's in prime position to go fishing. Rez has got himself the first, could be getting a second. But his tag team partner on the side's dead. To get 3 kills from there by Rez is massive for the Ninjas pajamas. But it's still a 2-on-2 in anybody's round.
I don't know if you'd say Vega has an advantage here, but they certainly kind of have control of the map. NIP, they have to make a decision if they want to split, how exactly they want to play this. There's not a whole lot of ways they can get information of where Vega's coming at the moment. They're just gambling that Vega's not going to circle back towards the A-bomb site. The vent's not even broken open. Doesn't want to make that noise at this stage. NIP is going to split, so again, 2-on-1 at the B-bomb site. Force is playing so passively in A that at least he'll have time to wait for left row to rotate. Catwalk we go. Hutchie only with the deal, so you imagine JR leading the way. Left row has got a control position. He's not going to peek it. His gun is out. They're going to check this though. First the shot, they look away at the last moment. Left row calms it down.
Contributing factors there at the end. His time was so low. They couldn't really afford to check every single angle they wanted to. I think they had 13 seconds left. And Lacro could have been on one of what, 5 or 6 positions.
Yeah, so many. Especially if they get past that corner, right? Yeah. The B-bomb site. There's just so many angles. You were right. This is a godlike performance from Rez.
If he only gets 2 kills in that situation, the A side is lost. That's how influential Rez's 3 kills were. And again, he seems to be like this spree killer. He doesn't do anything for 3 or 4 rounds. He comes in and just impact, influence. Pretty aggressive with the MP9. Oh, that nade though.
Dear God. Gotta like that one. He's offense up a couple players and he's still aggressive. Yeah, right. Can taste the legend stage.
Goes back in for seconds. Weakened them.
Starting to see that characteristic like railgunning from Force starting to develop in this map. We saw that retake earlier. It looks so easy.
For a boost, it will lead to their death, almost certainly, but they're going to decide against that decision. Last players below window. Crush going to show his hand. Will whiz past Forrest's head and Nip take the lead again, 12-11.
6-2 in the second half. Have been pretty dominant. Force leading the lead with 18. Rez and Electro at 16. Crush leads the whole server with 19 kills. Here come the AKs again. Another buy for Vega. They need to figure something out. They need to do it quick. All in the hands of Dennis. That flashbang just catches him. Like he might have had a freebie.
A little bit surprised we didn't see a timeout. We still have 3 of them at their disposal, and we don't have a huge amount of rounds left. That's such an integral, important part after losing 3 rounds in a row. Maybe just completely focused on the task at hand. That being said, though, going to be a backflash into a peak with no one's home. Chopper has spotted Lecro, who keeps darting across for information.
NIP's used a lot of their nades, though, very quickly in this round. That might be... Oh, get right. Committed to that fight, didn't really want to. It might be because the nature of how Vega is playing this, how individual it is with just some dry contact peaks. NIP's a little bit nervous. This could decide the round, this play right here. Here's the boost as well.
Yeah, you heard the thud of footsteps as it whiffed the first time the barrel of the gun. Betrays Chopper. And with the kill, the Ninjas take the lead in terms of men on the server. Hudgy and JR are going to have to try and tag team together to get an entry through on the staircase side. They're going to get one. Forest counteracts instantly. 25 seconds now. They don't have control over CT. And Lecro's going to be a real pain in the ass because they don't have a smoke to deal with him. They're going to have to go for this plant and try and cover from the peak, and it's not going to happen. Yes, Lecro gets traded, but that's a huge kill he's just picked up for his team. And now Hutchie's going to go for this plant. He can get spammed through those boxes, but Dennis is going to take the initiative and push. Not required because Forest is there to clean up.
Really nicely handled from NIP. That peek towards connector. Really liked the idea from Vega Squadron, but that firing squad was set up. They had 2 players in connector. Forest was back on catwalk, and there's just too many options to aim at. That is a tough battle. Not a lot of utility down the stretch as well to be able to handle it. Dennis, that is... I mentioned the round could be decided there. He heard the boost, and then he gets the follow-up kill. The first kill goes to Rez, who is watching for the boost after he calls it out. So really nice information gathered by Dennis in that round. 13-11. Now Vega's starting to really feel it. This is a full investment, essentially. No rifles, but pistols, nades. Hutchie is down low. He's the only one there. The rest of his teammates stop by a Molotov. And if Hutchie can't create something, he can't even find his way out of the window.
Flashes and smokes enough to choke on, but still comes out swinging and claims the kill onto Forest. Lecro, the last line of defense with Dennis. They're going to have to be a bastion, a wall put around this B side. Dennis spray not quite on point, but finally going to get that kill. But Vega are keeping the player advantage. Bomb's now been dropped from Rez, who'd made a move through the B-app side. And he's going to have to work with Get Right to try and clutch this one out. But here comes the rotation from JR. He's flanking around the backside of Get Right, who's taking damage. He's down to a measly 21 health, and Tony Black finishes off for Vega Squadron. They are going to take it with just pistols and knock the Ninjas back down a step or two. That's going to kill their economy.
I have no idea how Vega Squadron won that. You replay that round 100 times, and they probably only win it that once. That is insanity. I cannot believe NIP drops the ball in that sense. All the rifles in the world and just couldn't land any of the shots, and it seemed like they almost were just so excited that it was a round against just pistols. They were all a little too chasey with those kills.
Now, you think of how that round started with Hudgy being destroyed off Molotovs and nades.
And then not being able to get out of the window.
That's unbelievable.
Obviously, the JR flank is the big one. Even he fluffed a kill when he initially came there, and they're able to recover it nicely. That bench position is just so strong. That throws a spanner in the works. This map is now up in the air again. There's no money behind NIP. If they lose this, it's tied at 13-13, and they have to save. It's so much rides on this round, Vince.
Again, elimination is beckoning, and Dennis is going to get the first kill.
I mean, that's a play that can't be done in such a crucial round. Just a flashbang and a rush up the ramp.
By himself again. No one's even close.
Yeah, the nice thing is, Crush has a huge jump on this catwalk play, and Force isn't looking for it. Oh, yes, he is. I take it all back once again, and there's Lecro with the other off. NIP makes short work of this round, a dangerous situation.
This round is as good as over. Have a look at Get Right's position. He's flanking around the backside. They're going to have Rez up close. They're not going to be able to escape from this. They've got plenty of time, Vega Squadron. But again, Get Right is patient. He has been here so many times before.
We mentioned it on train. Get Right just plays by the book, right? There's no reason for him to flank. He has 4 players at B. His only job is to make sure they can't fall back. If they kill him, if he pushes and they kill him on the flank, they have an avenue to get to the A bomb site, and everyone is scrambling to get back in time. Still overwhelming favorites would be NIP in the round, but it could turn into a really deadly situation. So Get Right's doing this smart. And I don't know, it feels like Vega's trying to save.
That may very well be the case when you consider Chopper's got $50, Hutchie 200, Crush 250.
Yeah, JR could drop an AK. Tony Black could drop a Galil. But NIP, the tough part for NIP is they don't have a lot of money either. You don't want to chase too much. Rez, not able to find that kill, but he spots both of them. That gives the information over to NIP. Now they can if they want. I think GetRight's going to wait till the timer is done.
Now push. Oh, uncharacteristically misses out on that chance. That should have been a kill. Does get it finally. And that's going to be no money going across.
That's a really good play from GetRight, that whole round. NIP grabbed the lead and a massive advantage, 14-12. Vega has very little money to play with. They do have an AWP on JR.
Maybe going to slow the round down a little bit, but again, it starts off with Chopper chasing out ramp by himself, dying, giving the advantage to Ninjas in Pajamas. They only have 2 smokes here, Vega Squadron. Again, potentially smoke onto jungle side, the staircase. Try and all out rush onto the A side. Maybe JR can get this pick. Oh, you need to be so careful right now. GetRight, if you jump one more time, you're probably going to get destroyed, but there's Rez on the stairs. They actually push without using any of their grenades here, Vega Squadron.
It's actually kind of cool. They're using that AWP to just cover him the whole way. Not a lot of utility, so do what you can with what you have, and that AWP is providing cover for the pistols to get up close, but GetRight, he's outplayed him. Rez had that first kill, and then GetRight jumps into a perfect position. Molotov going to come out. He's going to find himself another. He's repositioned. They have no idea. Oh, great shots from GetRight. The legends for NIP are stepping up down the stretch, and that's exactly what you'd expect.
GetRight moves on to 79 ADR, 18 kills. Forest 22 kills with 82 ADR.
Vega's only won 3 rounds in this half, and they've never strung them together. They won the pistol round, they run round 20, and they just won the previous round, or that one with the pistols. So they've only won 1 round when they've had guns.
That'll do it.
What more can you say about that one? 15-12, it's got to be a 3-round run, a comeback for Vega to force overtime. They have no chance of eliminating NIP in regulation.
Heavy mid presence again from the Ninjas of Pajamas. Rez this time going to push in while Dennis peeking down into the underpass. As a result of sacrificing a bunch of the firepower, though, there is plenty of smokes, 5 in total for Vega Squadron. Didn't work out for them last time, but of course they did push out before the smoke started to deploy.
I mean, if you think about it, the rounds they've won, like 2 of them with the pistols, it's when they were grouped up and attacking a bomb site together. And we've seen them a number of times try and take individual fights, running up a ramp, a contact play, running out to B in a contact play, out of Palace in a contact play, and it hasn't really worked, so just line up, throw the smokes, it's all you've got left.
Well, here we go. Could be the final play of Vega Squadron's tournament. Incoming smokes, blotting out the sun. GetRight, though, does have a perched position, can just see over this towards the Palace, but he's being tagged up heavily, has to back away. They will concede the bomb plant, but they're fine with that. They have such a superior amount of weapons at their disposal, and Forest is thinned out. Crush.
Almost like GetRight wanted to lure them into this peak. Oh, and Dennis actually drops the AWP over, and they couldn't get it out in time. That could be a massive blunder. GetRight, the only one left here, and he's down as well. Distracted by trying to swap guns and play the right play, but Forest might correct it. A course correction, and Rez is here as well. He's got him trapped. The nade goes in. They have no idea. Chopper alive, and now he can delay. That's the round. Vega have done it. Somehow they've clawed themselves in, and they've kept the dream alive. They've kept their major hopes alive. NIP caught getting fancy.
Yeah, what a time to switch that is. Just as the pistols are pushing through CT boxes. And you nailed it. That was the moment. That was the moment where Vega took the round and made it theirs. And now having a quick look across to the Ninjas' economy, they will be able to afford a buy, but after this, they're going to have nothing left.
That's why it's so crazy that just happened. NIP buys here, they're going to be out of money. And then all of a sudden, if Vega win this, they've been atrocious in gun rounds. 3 of the 4 rounds they've now won in this half have been with pistols. Vega just need to win one gun round, and all of a sudden you're at 14-15, and you're fighting for overtime in a game where NIP can't afford anything to battle with. No op in the hands of Nip in this round, which is probably a good thing. I mean, that trying to swap the op over is what got him destroyed.
Yeah, honestly, on the CT side, when you think of where the kills have came from, it's been through the AUGs and the M4s. The op really hasn't had that much impact. Then they're smoked out, but there'll be some flirtation over on the B side. Bit of damage chipped away to Dennis, but it's negligible at best. Tension in this game is palpable. Both teams on the brink of elimination. So much pressure, so much to play for.
That pressure is likely why you see some of these uncharacteristic mistakes coming out. Smoke to give Crush a little bit of space to work with, and a little bit of a one-way smoke. Get Right's got to be careful. Nade's going to come out. Going to chip Get Right down in great fashion. There's a delayed peek from Rez. Nice frag onto Hutchie, and they can kind of slink away from that aggression. Still spread across the map as Vega. Individual fights everywhere they would be. Forrest has been spotted, but he crouches beneath the crosshair and gets away. Dennis is up next. That shoulder's been spotted. Nade in his hand. Dennis somehow wins that fight. JR could never get the angle.
There's no smokes left for Vega, though. There's only 2 Molotovs, and here comes Rez. It's looking like it may be the beginning of the end. Tony Black has to clutch a 1v3 to keep the Vega dream alive. And he's caught between the CT's gonna get the first pick, spins across, gets the second, but there's Rez, and Nip will live to fight another day. Vega Squadron have been eliminated.
That had to be an exhausting, grueling series for NIP to take. Unfortunately, Vega's gonna be eliminated. NIP get their revenge a second time. They did it in London. Now they knocked Vega Squadron out. Payback from Atlanta a couple of years back. Forrest in this series was stellar. 26 and 16 in this final map. I believe he's going to end up with well over 70 kills in the series. He was great. Rez had his moments, but overall, NIP proved they were the better team, especially on Mirage. We've got the Des to talk us through it.
Vega Squadron and Major Dreams nipped in the bud. It is not going to be time for the CIS to flourish, certainly not in the form of the Sharks. And now, myself, Machine, and Sean Gers and Sponge are going to reflect upon the best of 3. It really was a messy game, chaotic at times, and tough to analyze at that second map Train. But now we have Mirage to dig our teeth into, Sean, and this one, 16-13 all the way.
Yeah, there were so many occasions in this map where I thought Nip could have just run away with things. Yep. There was early in that first half where I think NIP had a huge economic advantage. JR sticks the bomb in the one-on-one against Force, and then they rattle off 6 straight rounds. At that point in the game, I didn't think Vega was gonna be able to even, surface. I thought it would just be a total blowout. And then that second half, we saw 2 pistol force buys late in that game, which could have easily turned this game on its head.
That's the problem, right? They did those fantastic rounds. They were set pieces. That's what it was. It was an execute with pistols only, and they were able to make it work. But then when they had the gun rounds, they either went for Hail Mary plays where they're trying to take advantage of gaps and just push in and hope that nobody's watching their position, or not use their utility and just limp out and take duels. NIP were more than happy to take those fights. So when it was heads up Counter-Strike, the Ninjas were happy. When it was executes, they really struggled.
But how do rounds like this Mirage pistol nonsense happen again and again? We'll have highlights, it'll likely be in there. But NIP, they fell victim to the same kind of thing versus Tai Lu. There's this kind of limited couple of pistols charging at B site, and Vega are hitting shots.
It felt like indecision for me in a lot of those situations. When those executes came in, they didn't know which duel they wanted to take. You have to quickly decide in that, where am I going to fight? And you can't be between 2 different positions, because as soon as you are, the pistols will swarm you and you won't have made any kills. It's better to get one and done as opposed to going for a play that's not going to work, or get caught between 2 players, get taken down, give up a rifle on the site, and from that point it becomes very difficult to get back into it.
Yeah, it's just an individual error on both of those rounds. I mean, like Chad said, the swarming of pistols happens so quick, so if you're not on your feet and make the correct decision the first time around, it's too late.
He had an exceptional last map as well, Forrest. He was at the top of the scoreboard alongside Rez, and both of those individuals actually, I mean, like, I was a little concerned when you see Rez make those a couple of uncharacteristic errors on overpass. I think credit to be given that their stars are necessary unnecessary performances coming out from them.
I think you'll be able to tell when we get the interview, and you could see from their reaction then after the game, they weren't overjoyed by that win by any means. The fact of the matter was they were pushed the full distance by Vega Squadron, a stark underdog in this regard, and I think they're going to be disappointed with the way they played.
Well, that's your theory. We'll actually hear it right now from Forrest. He's standing by with Frankie, and our analysts think this might just be more of a sweat off the brow moment. Let's see how they're feeling.
The analysts would be wrong, because Forrest here is absolutely cool as a cucumber. As a reporter, I'm slightly disappointed by the fact that you're just so chilled out, Forrest.
Yeah, well, I don't want to celebrate too early. I mean, we still have a game tomorrow. Of course, it feels good to beat them here. We did lose to them early. As people remember, we have lost to them. They sent us out of the major before, so felt good to beat them here, and we have a new target tomorrow, so we got to refocus.
I do need to ask you, though, Forrest, it felt like maybe you guys were a bit scared of making mistakes in that early game, and it maybe could have lost you everything. So what are you going to change for tomorrow's crucial match?
Yeah, that is indeed something we do talk about. You're correct. I think it's more that people need to start feeling more comfortable in the tournament itself. We haven't played for almost 2 months in a LAN environment, so we're definitely going to take a look at the match and see what we did and what we could improve on. But I think overall we did good, and I think they played incredible as well. So it's good to see it.
Well, Rez in particular, of course, he must be your MVP. Go and chill out and maybe do a bit of that yelling I saw Get Right doing on LAN, Patrick.
Yeah, I will leave that to Get Right, but Rez did play incredible.
Thank you so much. Let's
you.
head back to the desk.
So Forrest has a smile on his face and setting sights on tomorrow. Interesting note that Frankie's managed to dig out of the Swede there, that they do feel like they're still trying to warm up into the tournament.
Yeah, well, they get tomorrow. That's their last day of warm-up, right? You got to really show up with that tomorrow. But the fact is, we don't normally see interviews from Forrest, and you have to give props to this guy. He is the last legend of the 1.6 era to still perform at the top of the game time and time again. So props to him for 3 massive maps, because he just continues to surprise.
He certainly does, and I would love to continue to talk about this one, but we have got Vega Squadron eliminated. They're added to the list. Team Spirit, Greg Hound, and now Tara to Vega Squadron. We are going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, I'm going to be taking a back seat, and Trace Cerenthis will be steering this ship towards Counter-Strike lock-ins. We're waving goodbye to more teams. It's an elimination game. Fnatic are going to be taking on G2. It's all coming up after the break.
Think you can't capture a clutch in full resolution while streaming the play to the world? Watch this. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Prepare for combat. Go forth and conquer. absolutely stunning! They are the champions!